Chords and Choruses, episode 5. We're back at you again, yeah, trust me. On your YouTube screens and that.
On TVs and that.
You know this.
Throughout the gang sense.
You know this. Do you know what's mad? Yeah. Well, it's not mad. I'm exaggerating. The last week, I haven't been listening. There's been 2 reasons why I haven't listened to the newer music as much recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the stuff that came out last week, Friday. I haven't listened to it, and there's a few bits, yeah, and I'll mention them because I'm going to get round to them, and I'll probably mention them at a later point. I know Cleo Sol dropped a project.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you manage to listen to that?
No. Because I only found it yesterday. Last night.
Yeah.
And I was going to listen to it today, but me and Slim was in the car together. I was like, I don't really want to be listening to Cleo Sol.
With the man them like,
I don't really want to be doing that one.
I would have said you that route.
So I had to put on some other things.
Like what you trying to say, this, me and Jay, like we did.
It's a bit broad, man. But it's weird that I don't know if everyone feels like that, to be honest, but it's a bit weird. Like if I'm in a car with a man, I don't really want to be putting on no R&B.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I'm the same.
Nah, it's just not that.
There's certain times I'm like, there's certain tunes I'm really feeling, I want to hear it right now.
Yeah, it depends on what
it is. But generally, it doesn't have to be the most hood gangster stuff ever, but it's just not that half music, that kind of half music.
Yeah, like I started playing DVSN Ty Dolla project.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get around to that. That's why I'm kicking myself. Yeah.
Do you know what? So fuck it, let's get into it. There's a lot of songs on there that are like covers. Or like the beat.
Remakes of an old song.
Yeah, but like to where they're not exactly the same, but they're probably like 65-70% the same. Or like the flow might be the same. They might make a chorus that's very similar, but it's different words and stuff like that.
I'm kind of getting bored of that now.
Yeah, so I wish there are some that are like their own stuff on there, but
a lot of remakes or
not
like
as
refixes.
much.
I'm gonna still check it out because I love Ty Dolla Sign's music, and I've not been like fully in tune with all of Division's catalogue, but I do like them. Yeah.
From what I heard, I was like, ooh, and then as I was going through, I started to realize there's bare like covers and shit like that. It's a bit dead. But then there's a song at the end with Mac Miller, but I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I didn't even get that far because I ended up changing it.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller, man.
Trust me.
That was a mad one. Like I said, there's so many projects I'm kicking myself, but at the same time, I gotta cut myself some slack. Like what? The last week I've sorted out my next single, and I've also pretty much written and recorded 2 other singles that let's just say 2 other singles with Solar Mice. Shout out Solar Mice, who's got Telling Them out now, that recently dropped as well. So make sure anyone who's watching that, make sure you go and stream that. That
dropped last week, isn't it?
Yep. We've been waiting for that one to come out still. That's
had that
due
for
to
a
be
while.
off the Originals project that's soon forward from Solar Mice, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, just sorting out our music, because
even more focus on the music.
We've got to be an artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes it's
the hard life of being an artist in a podcast, isn't it?
Well, doing this specifically, I would say. Yeah, like if we were talking about completely other subjects, maybe I would have found the time to juggle the 2. But it's just finding a healthy balance. I still listen to some new music, but I feel like it was more singles. I was more like singles. So James Blake dropped something.
I thought he was gonna say Fontoy.
Yeah, no. James Blake dropped something. And
James Blake. Like bangs.
I enjoyed it. It reminded me of James Blake. What was the project? Was it? I don't know. I don't think the project was actually called Radio. No, it was called The Color in Anything. Yeah, I liked my favorite song. One of my favorite songs was Radio Silence off of that project. But he's dropped a single last week, I believe, called Life Is Not the Same.
Come out 2016.
Yeah, but he dropped the tune that he recently dropped. I mean, I believe it was last week.
Say what you will.
No. It's called Life Is Not the Same. Yeah. if that's foreshadowing anything off of a project that he's coming to drop, even if it is just
wait, it is 10th of September. He's dropping this project. Like
okay, so I need to. So he's dropped Say You Will. I need to go and double check that. I think he might have.
Yeah, Life is not the same as On and Say What You Will is on.
Okay, so yeah, I'm happy to.
He's got a song with Scissor.
Bro, don't even excite me. Yeah, I'm seeing all of this now. I don't even want to get too excited. What's it? Friends That Break Your Heart is the project. Okay. Oof. Yeah, all right. I'm looking forward to that, and I feel like that must be coming soon. Then I wished it into. I willed that into
10th of September.
Yeah. See, sorry, and you said it as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got excited.
Been a long day.
Trust me. We've been quite proactive today.
But you're feeling that song.
Yeah, man. 100%. My guy Che Crew dropped something as well. Called Do What You Gotta Do.
Single again.
Yeah, single. It's got a very Bashment
is he English?
Style. No, he's by the sounds of things he resides in the States, but I'm intrigued as to what his background actually is, because I don't know if it's like part Caribbean, part African, or full Caribbean, or whatever. He's just like
African American.
Yeah, his whole influences just seems to be like kind of not all over the place, because that can kind of come across negatively, but yeah, seemingly all over the place in places.
Okay.
But yeah, cool. That was cold. But there was still more projects. Like I said, there was still more music that I wanted to get into.
Yeah, there was a good amount.
I'll still get into. I feel like now there always is, depending on what your taste is. Because Trippie Redd dropped. Yeah. Trip at Night, and I started giving it a go, but I wasn't able to listen to it properly. I think that's another thing. To be fair, I have started one or two other things, but I just didn't get a chance. I either had Little Man with me, or I'm doing something at the same time. So do you know what I mean? And didn't get a chance to really take things in properly. That's what it is with music now, as much as like we're doing this.
Do you know what? Trippie Redd's album made me feel a bit old. Like, in a sense of, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I did listen to it. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I will not let. There's 18 songs. I think I listened to like 14 of them. And there was probably 2, maybe 3 that I was like, okay, I can get jiggy with this. But yeah, apart from that, I was like, nah, it's kind of old. I felt a bit old. But here and there, I think most of the features I preferred.
Has he? I feel like there was supposed to mention of a tune with him and Drake. Is there?
Yeah, there's Betrayal. And that's where Drake
took the jab at thing, because that's what I did hear about that. No surprise, imagine. I haven't heard the song in its entirety, but I've heard that Drake's made reference, because people called it a jab.
Talking about 44, 45.
Yeah, he's just not really interested in. I feel like it was just shrugging him off.
That's where and then Kanye posted his address after that.
Yeah.
That's a whole mad move. Addresses, but then it's kind of dumb. Because I think he posted his California address. But
he's at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's where he's eating and sleeping and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but then they both live in the same gated community.
Yeah, I know.
So then if you're hot in his address, you also hot in your address.
Yeah.
It made no sense, but I don't know. I feel like they both just are trying to... They both have projects that are coming soon. I think Kanye's... they're saying this week. We'll see if that happens. I think
it's supposed to be sometime.
Yeah, I looked on the website and they say
last week,
but no one knows, innit? So everyone, they just keep putting like, this Friday. Every Friday that comes, he's dropping, but no one knows, innit? Obviously, we got into that last.
Proof Vessi was wearing sold any. I don't want to say milk.
Bulletproof vest.
He had on this vest, the Donda vest. Yeah.
I
heard something about it, but again, I guess.
Did he sell it, or did like someone get hold of it and so we don't know?
I ain't no buy.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have to say it like that certain times, because I'm just like, I'm not even with all of that theatrical stuff here. Like,
that's what I think. I think it's just bare theatrics. But then because they're also beefing,
it's marketing. It's all marketing.
They're trying
potentially again. I'm not acting like I know the inside out.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. Ye is a theatrical character, and I mean to his credit. Yeah. Sometimes I'm not with it, but it doesn't have to serve me every single time. He's his own person. Like, do you know what I mean?
Drake did make me laugh though. Like after Kanye,
he posted a video. Was it
when
him
he's in the
laughing
car and he's just laughing? Yeah, that was very cheeky. Bro. That was so cheeky. If I was Kanye, I would be pissed at that. I'd have been vexed.
Because there's a part of me that feels like I figured it out. Yeah, and I'm absolutely fine if I haven't. Yeah, figured out what's going on back there. And my apologies if I said this on the last episode, because I feel like
that's what I'm saying. We did speak about it the last time.
Well, yeah, I feel like I touched upon it, so I don't even really want to do it too tough this time around, because it probably was the same thing. But I'll try and just, if I didn't, or for anyone that didn't catch that episode, go back still. Anyhow, I feel like what's happened is, yes, Drake has antagonized Ye and kind of made Ye feel like he's backed into a corner to some extent.
Triggered him.
Yeah, then Ye's gone on his whole Donda campaign. And he's figuring it out as he goes along, and he's not killing himself, he's not sweating it, but he's got these different ideas, and some might be grandiose, so some might just be like, this is the idea, but I'll sell it to market it to them like I'm doing something Kanye-ish. Yeah? But what I'm trying to do is I'm going to see when Drake drops. Yeah, I'm going to see when Drake drops. As soon as Drake drops, I'm going to drop the same day as Drake. Yeah? I'm going to drop when Drake drops.
I think Kanye will drop first though.
Yeah. I think he's going to wait for Drake to drop to try. So? Yeah, to try and...
I think he wants to, but I don't think he will.
I think that's what's happening. I think Drake knows that he's got the room to take as long as he needs to take.
Yeah,
and when he drops, he knows
he's
that
waiting more than 6 months anyway.
Right. And I feel like he knows that I think he's got the hunch that Ye's trying to do that. And he's like, all right, well, we'll sit there and we'll wait.
But that's what I think. He can sit on it.
Yeah.
He can sit on it for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really going to hinder him in any way.
Both of them.
It's not going to make too much of a difference.
What benefit?
Just sit on their albums.
Yeah, they can.
They both could. They're both in a position where they both could.
Kanye started his rollout though.
Yeah.
Because he started like the show.
His stands here will be fine.
This album's meant to have dropped how many years ago?
Every other hip hop or music lover that appreciates Kanye but appreciates music and everything else that's going on or has gone on is going to be a bit like, yay, nah, allow it. Just like the same way we were saying the other day that the Nas album produced or executive produced and or by Ye was Air on the Roads.
But it would be the same. But it would be the same for Ye and his fans. They're eventually gonna get sick and tired of it as well. They'll be like, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, you whatever point you was proving, cool, crack on, mate.
Yeah, and then the album comes out, and
you know what I'm saying. So it can go both ways for both of them. So
with the stands, I think they're in there.
But technically, with their positions and what they've done, they could both just sit on the albums. It's not like, even if the album was to release and that was to happen, no sales happen, them man have got enough money behind them.
But you know, but I think it's
obviously
a bit deeper than that.
Wasted music, but they both could technically just sit back and be like, let's just play this game of chess, but no check. No checkmate.
But I think it's deeper. It's deeper than that though. Yeah, with them. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Ye understands has his like fingertip on the pulse of like the culture, like, or futurism in a sense, in terms of the culture. Like, he's understood that he's dope now, so he's trying to be forward thinking or whatever. But Ye's I don't believe this, but I can understand how once you've actually cemented yourself in the industry and you're playing the game whether you want to play it or not, there's certain parts you have to play. You're aging, you're running against time. He's 45 or 44, whatever age it is, and he's not the young man's guy anymore. Like, he's not necessarily he isn't. Drake. Whereas Drake isn't, but he's way more, considerably way more so.
He's closer to it, definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because all right, Drake might be who Drake is for us, but Drake is the R&B guy for the generation below us. Yeah, like what the R&B they grew up on, as well as hip hop.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's gonna be like the biggest star of their childhood.
Mm-hmm. All the stuff like old Drake, like that we was listening to 08, 09, 2010, when he was mainly doing R&B. They was like 10 years old. That's what they grew up on. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Ye,
he solidified, man.
Yeah, and he may not. There may come a time where Drake is a bit more aware of, and he said it in the interview. I think it was in a Zane Lowe interview. He said he just wants to. He's being mindful of making sure he knows when to tap out and not being that old guy that is still trying to be the guy. Okay. Like he knows when to tap out or to just stand back.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, said he's taken that into consideration. He may still not do that, but
I wonder if he's gonna go win it.
Yeah. He may not. Yeah, but I think that Ye is has been a bit. His feathers got rustled a while ago by Drake, and I mean when I say a while, I mean like a good couple years because I remember even was it Summer 16. Where but even that, but then I think remember Ye and Drake had their own thing, from Best I Ever Had, because Ye I think produced he produced or executive produced the video, and he fucked up the video basically, like he didn't make the video as lit as it should have been, and then I think that was the beginning of them two's little that was the beginning of them two's back and forth. So it stemmed from a while back. Yeah.
Okay, I never knew that.
It stemmed from a while back, and then in Summer 16, do you remember Summer 16 where he's like, Ye's pool's nice, but mine's pool's bigger. Yeah. Like at first I just thought, well, he's cool with Ye, so he's flexing kind of thing. But there's a reason why he referenced Ye specifically. He's just like, yeah, Ye's you lot's guy, and he's the guy, or whatever. But I'm patterning more than Ye. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, and I think where with someone like Jay now, Jay's just different. Yeah, so Jay doesn't necessarily. It's not Jay-Z. Yeah, it's different because remember Drake has had his little jabs back and forth with Jay, but I feel like Jay doesn't take it on the same way because they've traded little shots here and there. I would say for the best part of 3 to 5 years, there was a period. It stopped now. It stopped. I would say. What was the last feature? Talk Up, I think, was them two's last feature, which was 2018, and that was the double Scorpion, the double disc album.
Yeah.
That was, if I remember correctly, that was them two's last feature. But there was a period. It was before that. There was a period where there was just little shots traded in between, especially with the whole Tidal Apple thing. There was a period where it's like Drake was getting his deals with Apple to do like exclusives with them for a certain period, and then but Jay-Z was pushing the whole Tidal thing at the time. So there were other just little politics going on between. So them two were trading their little shots here and there, but it was nothing too like malicious or anything.
Weren't too sinister.
But again, I just think Jay's more comfortable in his own skin and where he's at, like at the different stages in his career. In compared to Kanye. Kanye's trying to be, not to say that I don't think it's that Kanye doesn't want other people to exist. He wants dope shit to exist, period. But I think there's a certain spot for himself that I think he had in mind that Drake is kind of just.
That I think he had.
Yeah, or had, and then Drake came and kind of one-upped him on it.
Jesus Walks, like early 2000s period. And he was killing it.
Yeah. Like, and to me, to be honest with you, even 08 times, Kanye was killing it for me. Like, I remember 808 and Heartbreaks, like.
You know what, I was supposed to ask you something, but I can't even remember it now. But it was around that period, but I can't remember what it was. But,
that was an album for me.
That was a huge period. I remember walking down, just vividly, I remember us walking down my road, banging it. I think we was getting KFC or something. When KFC was at the bottom of my road, and you were banging this in the headphones, banging it.
Mm-hmm.
The green light. All of that period.
Yeah, mate. That was transformation.
But yeah, I think Kanye is gonna drop first though.
I don't know.
He can't hold out as long as because the different.
I think he can do. He can, and he will do what he wants. But at the same time, I don't think it would be in his. I don't think it. Culturally speaking, not financially. Culturally speaking, I don't think it would be in Kanye's best interest to drop. Yeah. To hold back.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So on that front, I think there's a chance he may just. But there's a part of me that just gets this hunch that he's waiting for Drake to drop. So either he can drop on the same day, so that he can ride off the back of the controversy.
Beef,
yeah. So the streaming numbers are racked up even more so because he will still do major numbers.
Yeah.
But it's like so it's not so that he shortens the gap between him and Drake, basically. But he could either do that or he could wait for Drake to drop so that he makes sure he drops after.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just feel like there's something that Ye's doing a lot and he's getting in the zone and he's charging up and I think he's finding that energy, like the right kind of energy and time to drop the album. But at the same time, there's a part of me that feels like he's still kind of just watching what Drake's doing, like keeping an eye out for 100%.
That. But I think.
But again, we can only speculate.
He started this cycle, like doing the shows and that. Mm-hmm. So, which means the music is out there compared to Drake. Drake ain't putting nothing out there. The first time I think he said he was gonna drop was like November or December or something like that. So he's been holding a solid minimum 8 months. Yeah, for real. That's why I think he can hold out a bit more. Whereas Kanye, because he's already started, he won't be able to hold out another 6 months. I don't think. He probably could, but I just think there's so much behind him. Drake as well, there's bare people behind him that I don't think he'll be able to, Kanye. Because Drake, he's just holding out because he wants to do a tour, wants to do shows and that. That's how he makes his proper money. Even though he's probably one of the most, in terms of like hip hop, he probably makes the most. In terms of like stream. Yeah, he's definitely one of the. I'm sure he's up there. Even take away his numbers just because he's got deals with Apple and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Definitely. I saw on the website that it's
have you lot
next week.
To move on from Drake and Ye, because I'm mindful we have been speaking about them for a while. I don't want to spend the whole episode talking about them
yesterday.
But
last week.
Have you lot by any chance gone out to look at the Locks versus the Dipset versus?
I still haven't
at all. You lot are playing games out here.
So I will. I would say I'll do it tonight, but
no, I hear you, man. Like I said, this last week I've been focused on my music, but I'm just really happy for that moment in time, that to be the first verses I watched properly. And
I thought you watched some. I thought you.
No, I might have popped in. Like I popped in for 2 seconds on Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. I think I popped in 2 seconds for Gucci Mane. I don't remember because I didn't stick around. Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy. Yeah, and that was it. I think. Yeah, I don't remember tuning into anything else. Yeah, but also like I said to you lot before, Jadakiss and them lot streams going up. But them lot have been getting, it seems like, hollered for different interviews here, there, and everywhere. They've been shouted. Obviously, even Ye shouted them to come to the stadium to do something, to do a bit of a piece of work with him or whatever. Like,
probably that might see them on the album then.
Or we might not. It might have just again been part of the marketing ploy. They did the verses. I've got them over here now.
Strategies and that.
But yeah, no.
Like 2.5 hours though, isn't it?
What the verses?
Yeah,
man. You can watch it in parts, man. This is the time that we're living in now. People see the time stamp, the time marker on things and think you got to sit there and watch the whole thing.
That's what puts me off it. The verses and stuff.
Do you know what?
It's the time that it goes live in the UK. And just the period of how long they are.
I love to see when something's like 2 hours longer. If it's something I'm interested in and it's on YouTube and I see it's 2 hours plus, I'm like, yes.
Really?
Because I don't necessarily watch the entire thing right there and then. I'll just watch it in parts. But I know I've got something I can go back to.
I won't go back to it. But that's because more time you watch stuff on your laptop. So you can just, I'm going to go back later. Because I watch stuff on my TV, I'm not signed in to like.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
you might see this thing once,
not see it again. Yeah,
unless you
now.
type it in, and typing it on the TV is long.
I rely on having my YouTube account. Yeah, like 100%.
I don't know why I don't. I need to sign in on my TV. I don't know why I
really do think
honest.
you should, man.
I will. Did you listen to K-Camp's album?
I didn't even know K-Camp dropped.
Project. I don't know if it's an album.
What's that called? Float.
You like K-Camp? Do you ever listen
to one or two bits? I think generally I've appreciated him a bit more as a feature. Yeah, because that's where I originally heard him, and when I listened to some of his songs, it didn't grab me. But he is sick, so I'm not like it's just that something hasn't grabbed me a great deal yet. That's all. Okay. So yeah, I'll give the project a go.
I like it. That's probably what I liked the most that dropped last week.
Okay.
It's weird. And it's mixed amazing. So like the sub, it's bad.
Do you know YNW Melly dropped?
Yeah. That was gonna be my next.
I started listening to it, but nothing.
It just sounds like
me
bad singing, bro. That's all it sounded like. Like I was in the car with Sim earlier, and I put it on, and I think I put maybe up to song number 6, no 7, because I listened to the one with Young Thug in it. It's got bare sick features in it, but it's just bare singing that just sounds off.
Yeah,
but I like his album that he dropped. I like it. I can't remember what it's called, but I like that album.
See, I haven't listened to it. I just tried to give it a go because I do. There's little bits and pieces, snippets here and there I've heard of YNW Melly that I'm like, alright.
Like this one,
appreciate
2019, We All Shine. That's got City Girls on it. That song, not the people City Girls.
Oh, got a track called City Girls. Okay.
And Mixed Personalities with Kanye. You know that song?
I heard about it, but I haven't listened to it.
It's like a video.
Like, yeah, I think I've seen snippets.
People with 3 heads and shit.
I think I've seen it somewhere along the line. I definitely have
seen it. But that song with Kanye is sick.
Okay.
That album's sick. But this one, I don't know about this one. But I'll listen to it again.
I'm going to give all of these things a go again because essentially, like I said, I'm not taking my foot off the gas with my own music, so don't get twisted, guys. But I'm going to... We're just finding balance for stuff. This obviously we just started this stuff as well, so you get me. It's just making sure we're a bit more routine with things.
Find a mesh,
I wouldn't have demonstrated it like that myself, yeah. But yes, what he said to some extent, yeah. Man had the sound effect in it to come along with it too, Yeah, Charles.
That reminds me of I was watching something the other day. It's a bit off topic, yes. And someone was trying to do the. Remember in school when you used to do the fart noise?
Yeah. I don't even think I could do that again,
The person tried. I was like, I can't do it anymore. It's like, does this just happen when I become an adult or something? You just can't do it. And I was like, secretly, I was in my bed like
trying.
I didn't even try it. I put my hand there, but I had t-shirt on it. I didn't try it. I said, I'm a rascal.
I feel like I thought about that not long ago. I was like, there's a few things that man remembered to do when man was a youth. Yeah, that's just like, it's just not that anymore. Adulthood just
takes all the fun out of life, mate.
Yeah, trust me. Say it when I got older and put childish ways behind me.
I do like Cleo Sol's, the look of it though.
Yeah, there's something about that's selling. Yeah, that's
like the project's called Mother. And then it's just her sitting on the sofa, her baby. That's sweet.
Do you know what? That's the question, yeah. And I think for anybody that's watching this as well, I know I asked it on my Insta story the other day, but obviously we've got other people that would be viewing this or hearing this. What I'd like to ask you is, do you care about artwork? Do you have any interest in because obviously that might be a dumb question being that you said you like this particular artwork, but is it something that you not necessarily look out for, but if you see something nice, like it really stands out to you, like does it grab you?
Like when it's cool, yeah.
Okay.
But I think you're probably asking that because you're an artist, so you have to. There's a bit more focus on it. So you're asking
not necessarily, not for all, not anymore. Okay. I think for a lot of artists now, especially because of how easy it is, how much easier it is to make music and get music out there. I've noticed that there are a lot of artists that care very little. They just need something. They need an image of some sort to sell it, and not something that's like made on bloody Windows Paint. Yeah. And even then, I'm sure some people like would just do some mad next effect, on Windows Paint and come up with something and use it. I just feel like we're in such a time now, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing either.
I like how people's doing these movement ones, and I brought that up before.
Yeah,
but like, K-Camp's got one.
Yeah, I just see it. Yeah, I just see it.
Words. It's pretty simple, probably not to make, but I do like them.
You've just given me another task. This is what I'm saying. There was something I remembered I was supposed to do, and I don't want to give it away. Like, I know I'm all for like creators and everyone doing everything, but sometimes you gotta keep some of your ideas to yourself.
Trippie Redd's one is kind of funny.
I didn't even see.
His head's on a boat and it's moving over.
See, I didn't even see that. Let me see if it does that on mine, because maybe I'm just not looking at it long enough to see if it does it. But that's
with his projects, he always does the same sort of theme, so it's like very cartoonish.
Yeah, it's not happening on mine.
Yeah, it's your basic bitch, I swear.
What do you mean? I swear I've got a newer phone than you, though. What's going on here?
You're a basic bitch.
Yeah. Me.
It's alright. I go sometimes.
Shut him up, boy.
Can't be.
Idiot, boy, man.
Some of us has got to be basic.
Chat bud. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't swim with the basic, but I told you, done.
A basic B-hatch.
Yeah, I'm just getting disrespected, disrespected. Well, it's I can't lie, it's terrible. I actually want to know why my thing's not working.
It should be working.
Disrespectful. Let me just go to my set and see if something switched off and that.
So you're going back to Apple Music?
I told you I always float between the two.
Oh, you got both?
Yeah.
So you're rich.
It's not because of that. Please,
send me some
guys,
money.
don't let Andre gas you lot's head.
Tell him to send me some money.
Hey, boss, I need a raise.
Me too.
Make the money come, and then everybody can have raise and all them kind of talk.
My man said raise. I just need to get paid.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know about raises. I need just a little £5 first, man. Just send me something.
Oh, it doesn't do it if your battery's low. I've got it on. It doesn't do it if your battery's low. My battery's low, innit? So right now I wouldn't know. So take back your little idiot. Take that back.
The battery's low.
I'm not feeling that one there. My thing new. My thing new. But so have you been listening to anything else?
I don't know. So
before we get carried away chatting far.
Alright, so there's a single, Samwise, Rack Up.
Okay, I've heard of Samwise as well.
Oh shit, it's old though. Came out 2017.
Look upon you.
I don't even know. I was banging
I'm busting a knee. So I downloaded Shaybo's album. I started listening to it very briefly with Slim earlier in the car, but there wasn't nothing that really jumped out at me straight away. But I'm still gonna give it a proper chance because Shaybo's leveled up so much, and I'm putting respect on. I am gonna put that respect on her name. She's because I said this before. Yeah, I used to chat Pup. Yeah, well, it wasn't Pup to me. It wasn't Pup at the time. I didn't think Shaybo was good back then. I truly didn't. And I'm not saying now I think she's the greatest, but credit where credit's due. She's leveled up.
I love
big
her
time.
energy.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's her energy.
Her, really.
Over everything.
She does like like when Nicki gets in a foggy,
greasy bag. Yeah.
Mode.
Yeah. And I love it. I love it.
And then the voice goes all deep and
Yeah, and when she puts her she's put her Nigerian twang, energy. Into how she raps as well. I love it. The confidence. I appreciate all of it. So I'm gonna make sure I give her a project.
She's local. She's from the south.
Fair dues. So she got a moving one, an animated cover.
I don't move.
I wanna.
But the song, it's for me. It's more so her energy than her songs. I think she still needs to get better at songwriting.
Okay.
Hopefully she does write her songs herself, but. Yeah, I feel like she needs to get better, but that will come with time. There's a good like core. There's a good base for her to start with, but yeah, it's just not really. She's got Wale on it, so I was surprised with. Yeah,
but you know what? I feel like Wale's very seems to be a lot more in tune with the whole Nigerian, like what's going on with Nigerian artists across the board, because he's Nigerian himself.
Sense, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want it to be specific to Nigerians. Maybe it might just be African music as a whole, like whatever's going on in Africa, he's got some kind of awareness of, or like scope on. But I guess also it's because it's becoming harder and harder to ignore now. Music worldwide, international music, period. International from an American perspective.
Yeah. Definitely that Afrobeats and stuff.
Yeah, it's becoming harder to ignore. I mean, even our music we export, British music. Yeah. I mean, look at how British drill did start in the States, but look at how British drill has
reinvented
swept.
Reinvented it and took it to a whole different level.
Like,
it's wild.
And the what's to be argued, at least from me anyway, is that we've kind of introduced them to our 140 via drill, yeah? Because really and truly, I could spray grind bars quite easily, over drill, and it would sound somewhat decent. So it's not to say that Americans aren't familiar with 140.
Like it is grime, man.
Yeah,
it's just a different.
It's a specific formula of grime in like 140 music. Yeah, it's a specific formula. Like it's a specific form of grime. Yeah, okay, that formula that people stick to at that's classed as drill.
Okay,
yeah, and that's not trying to take away from drill in the slightest, but it's just coming from somebody who grew up on grime and still makes grime.
Everything comes from something, you know.
Right, yeah, or has some root in.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Naturally formed like that.
But going back to the point, look at how much that's influenced the world. Yeah. Let's take away the numbers.
I was showing my uncle the other day about like drill, and then I was showing him how it went over to like America and
Australia, Africa.
Because I was showing him like Welcome to the Party and Dior and stuff like that. And just as like this is what made it go mad in America, but it's all from this. And then I was playing just like underground kind of drill from UK stuff,
and that's what I'm saying. It's come to a point now where music, period, worldwide, is reaching people differently. Again, obviously the time that we're into, like with these devices and stuff, it makes it so much easier to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, not to stray away too far. Obviously, that's sick that she got Wale as a feature. So she got Georgia there, and Dream Doll as well. She got the Dream Doll feature. I don't know too much about Dream Doll's music, but I know she's an American artist still.
She's actually cool. You know?
Is it?
She's not everything, but there was like a freestyle that she dropped. Might have been this year. I'm sure it was this year. Where like she's in her kitchen, just bare people.
Okay.
In there. It's like it's very Nicki-esque. I guess again,
Nicki's everybody's a lot of female rappers father, as she puts it.
100%.
And I see it. I do see it in a lot of places.
Oh yeah,
I see it.
Especially that energy. And then the big father was on there, Highly.
Oh yes, yes. Oh yeah, yes.
He's not really my mate, but he's
Highly's a bad boy still.
He shuts down anything. You ain't ever heard a bad verse, chorus, anything from Highly.
Yeah.
Nothing. And to be honest, that's my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
Of Shaybo's one.
I need to give it a proper listen again still, just so that I can give it.
Georgia Smith one, it's alright, but Georgia Smith's a bit boring to me personally.
I haven't given any of her. Obviously, I'm very much aware of her, and I've listened to her more so
because she dropped something like relatively recently.
Okay, see, I still need to give Georgia a listen, but I just feel like with Georgia and not just her, there's a few other artists that I just feel like I owe them going to start from the earlier stuff and work my way back up to where they're at now.
Okay.
Because of the regard in which everybody else holds them in. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't really understand why. Like, I don't get the hype with Georgia. And I think a lot of it is to do with how she looks, which I also don't really get. Don't get me wrong, she's not like I can't ever say Georgia Smith is ugly. That would be a lie. She's not ugly, but way people go right there. And then Shaybo had a song on her album. It is her album.
Also, it's like this trading. Right, I think I saw that them lot were shooting a video. I think they've shot a video for this. So I think I've actually seen.
I think it's like part of it is like in a church or something. Probably they done like they done YouTube ads, so you might have seen it that way. So
okay,
if you didn't see it, like,
I think that's how I did. To be honest with you,
she's got thingy on. It's a bit dry, but
animated.
Yeah, just that.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, Apple and Spotify. I like what you guys have been, and I'm sure for some it might be like, oh, they've been doing that for time, but I didn't notice. I had a dead iPhone 7 for since 2017. So just allow me in it. I'm not trying to hear you lot.
It may be something that's not just come out, but you can't get it yet anyway. It's still beta.
Because it's only some artists that actually have it. Really, it's a big artist that have it. Like Young Blue's got it on his album.
Yeah.
Did you listen to his album?
I did.
Talk about it?
Yeah, we did. We did. I spoke about it to some extent, I believe.
It came out July. Oh, and also what they've added is
I forgot to mention. Did you? No, go on. I'll get it. I'll come back. There was just one more thing I wanted to mention before we wrap up.
I was just gonna say what they added was the date of when it came out. Because before it was only say the year of when producers come out.
Yes.
Like
but now you've actually got the actual release date. Yeah. I didn't notice that either. Did you see that Kendrick put out a statement saying that this is his last TDE album?
Yeah, and then Top was one.
No, I didn't. You know.
So he basically said like, yeah, this is basically Kendrick's last thing, but we're gonna support him whatever he does on his next step in it. I was like, no Kendrick, no K-Dot in TDE. I don't know how that's gonna run.
Was he saying he's retiring?
No, he just said that wasn't what that was not. He didn't say that in any way.
With his label, innit?
Is his last TDE?
But TDE is massive, and he is the one that built it. He's the one that.
So then why does he need TDE
to the serve?
He doesn't need them, but it's just an end of an era. That's all.
Yeah,
it's just the end of an era.
It's the end of an era. That's all it is.
It's the end of an era.
It's kind of like you having your own business, and then it gets to a certain point, and you leave it. Like it's your baby.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And I think as like back in the day, Kendrick supporters, TDE is just a part of his blood.
Yeah, and obviously for those of us that love TDE, like I think I'm sure I've said it on this podcast. Yeah, like that in certain ways I modeled what we're doing here after them. Yeah, and how that I see that I've observed them to move. Not saying I know the ins and outs of how they move, but what I've observed.
Yeah.
To see Kendrick go, and we haven't had anything from Kendrick for so many years.
It's been a long time.
It's just
been like 2017 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, 16 or 17. Yeah.
I only saw it around that. When I saw the statement, I then saw the date. I was like, "Fucking hell, it's been that long that we ain't had nothing from Kendrick."
Right. I felt what Kendrick said in the statement, though. I felt that, to a certain extent. Like
what
making I feel like he made a point of living his life without his phone at all. Like not just.
What
not,
is that? Did he say that?
He made mention of that. It's like I go weeks, without touching my phone. I don't go near it. Yeah, like I've just been trying to live this life.
Dream.
Yeah, living this life like without being so tapped into what's going on.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably so like necessary for the soul, especially now more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to come across like I'm putting I'm putting him on some mad pedestal for not being by his phone, because I know there's average people that do that quite frequently or frequently enough.
Man.
Yeah,
maybe not so much like not checking my phone point blank period, but not checking like not being on the internet really.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have my phone if you need to call me, if you need to text me.
Yeah, but you're not seeing what's going on the socials.
But I'm also not where Kendrick is.
Exactly.
I don't have the money. I'm a poor man.
When Kendrick had to graft, he had to be in places that maybe he wouldn't have been otherwise. You know what I mean? He had to be by that phone, but he doesn't have to now. He's worked.
Yeah.
But for a split second, I got shook.
What do you think he's gonna do though? Like, where do you think he's gonna go? What do you think he's gonna do?
I think
he's gonna have to
Kendrick
sign someone,
may not necessarily.
Who's TD on though? Interscope.
I think they've got a situation with Interscope. Yeah.
I think Interscope and Universal.
From what I understand, I think it's just Interscope. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's check actually. He was gonna say something.
I was going to say that there's a part of me that thinks that Kendrick might not make music the way that we expect him to moving forward. He might decide he does a soundtrack album for a movie
Aftermath.
I was thinking if anyone it would be Aftermath. Rare. Yeah. But again, and that him not being with TDE doesn't mean he wouldn't still have a situation or can't have a situation with Interscope and
he's
Aftermath.
Gonna sign with, that's what I mean. He's gonna sign with someone. I'm sure he was. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be with them.
So obviously, with that said, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like there's a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick became another Andre 3000 in terms of his presence in the music scene.
Yeah, I can see that. Just whenever he wants. Years going by, yeah.
Pop up here and there wherever he wants to pop up because he knows he'll get a bag for it. Yeah,
a juicy one.
And then he could decide. He could decide 5 years down the line. Now I want to give you 4 EPs for each season of the year. Autumn, winter,
and then disappear again for like 8 years.
Yep, he could. Kendrick could do that if he wants to. And there's a part of me that commends him for that. Yeah, I feel like I think even Drake to somewhere along the line, he's got a different path from Kendrick and Cole. I would say, not to say that Kendrick and Cole have the same kind of path or the same path, but they have. I feel like they're a bit more similar because of the characters and the character profile they've created for themselves within this scene. Whereas Drake is the front runner, for cool, for the wave. Yeah, so has a different type of pressure, or his exit strategy is naturally going to be tailored slightly differently, or significantly different to them two. But I think even Drake is probably thinking about like his exit plan, his exit strategy.
Oh yeah, he has to be right now. So he's hitting 40 soon. Even though the age doesn't really mean that much of a thing in the music industry and hip hop. But it still does. Yeah. It still means something. Like Jay-Z, rapping at 60 is not really the lick in it. Well, there's some exceptions.
The thing is, we don't really, because of how old hip hop is still, it's late 40s, isn't it? Yeah. And all right, there's certain men that are older than hip hop is that were doing hip hop. Evidently, they had to be older than hip hop itself. Yeah, in terms of age.
Man being like 8 years old and that.
Even then, I'm sure DJ Kool Herc here gets paid a bag every now and again, even if it's not always, to show up somewhere and mix or spit around. DJ Kool Herc is the man who arguably is credited for creating hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Africa Bambaataa,
maybe.
He's credited as being a big pioneer in establishing what hip hop is known as today, but then at the same time, he's
got a bit of a tarnished name.
It's a bit mad right this second. You know what I mean? We're not gonna even go down that road. But DJ Kool Herc was arguably the guy who kind of, especially because I don't know if he born and grow in Yard, but obviously his family are from Yard, so he had that influence. He was the sound system culture and putting big speakers in the whip.
That's where it stemmed from.
And blasting it, and then he would get the break beats, or some of the DJs that were around that, like where he would facilitate the block parties, to do that. And then if it wasn't him, then somebody else around him, I believe, was it? It's gonna annoy me because I know his name as well. Would take the break beat, the breakdown bits of certain songs, the break beat from certain songs, and then they'll just keep looping it. And then you had your break dancers, you had your graffiti guys, yeah, you had the mastering ceremony, who's obviously known as your MC, who was like hosting,
yesterday I was
spitting.
trying to think, what does MC mean again?
Yeah.
And then what's DJ?
Disc jockey.
Disc jockey. I never knew that one. Master ceremony, I knew that one. Disc jockey. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. It is. I was thinking about that the other day. Funny enough, I was like,
"That's weird."
Yeah,
man.
I see. But it's a good. It was a good.
Rides horses, and the disc is forever going. It's round, so it's a disc jockey, DJ. DJ's job is to keep the beat going.
Yeah,
forever,
it makes sense.
Infinitely.
It's just sonically it sounds funny. Yeah. But yeah, there we have it. So it's like they look at it like there's like 5. Was it 5 elements to hip hop or 6? Wait, so your MC, your DJ, the breakdancer, the graffiti artist. Is there something I'm missing? And some people argue like the spirit, the soul. Yeah. And I feel like there's something that I'm missing, which is actually bothering me. Yeah. But yeah, like there's a certain amount of elements. I think it's either 5 or 6 elements to hip hop or something like that. Where was I going with that prior to us talking about that?
You started talking about my man. That.
Oh, DJ Kool Herc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember why you started talking about
hip hop's age. Because you were talking about man that are like 60 rapping. We wouldn't have,
because it could get to a point like, you know, like how you got old like soul or R&B artists or shit like that, and they're like they can go to like 75. Isley Brothers, for example, they don't necessarily be making music like that, but
they're still performing.
They might still be performing, doing tours, stuff like that. So it could happen. Like seeing Jay-Z at 78 with Beyonce on his arm and that.
Yeah, they're just sitting down.
That's gonna be mad.
Yeah, like sitting on a bench. Yeah, just like
a Zimmer frame and that singing
they're just sitting on
love.
a stool. Yeah, a stool next to each other, back to back on a stool or something like that. They could still create nice theatrics, but they're just not moving up and down all over the stage. Beyonce's got her dancers, like she might be wearing something nice, but she stands there and sing while the dancers, all the young dancers or whatever, does all the extra things. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I feel like again, we're yet to see. It's that side of things will be interesting as well, because R&B and hip hop obviously has evolved since the generation, your Isley Brothers generation, your Luther generation. Like it's evolved since then. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys go about performing, if they even do. But I think that's what it could speak to why a lot more artists of that Beyonce, Jay-Z generation are now have been for a while venturing into other businesses and stuff to make sure they stay afloat, because their whole plan might be, I'm not coming to do all of that. What, stand up where at 70 odd? Yeah. Go on stream. We've got streaming services. Go stream that, man. And if you was a big fan, you got the disc and the vinyl. Yeah, go and play that. Yeah, watch the video upon YouTube. Yeah, I don't need to be brocking my back for you. I'm making my money over here, because
to the left.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? All of that getting me dancing shit to the left. Yeah. So I mean, who knows? But should we? Yeah. We're going to wrap up today's episode because we've got a lot of, obviously, music to listen to. So we hope you guys enjoyed.
I actually can't wait to listen to Cleo Sol's thing. But
yeah, same here. Yeah. Shout out Cleo Sol.
That was a quick one.
Yeah, we're just going to keep it quick this week with you guys.
Next week will be in.
Yeah. And obviously, I'm sure there'll be some more music to cover as well. So
Notes is supposed to be dropping something.
Huh?
Notes, even though nobody cares about notes.
Yeah, there was some.
I'm curious.
There's something to cover as well about notes as well. Shout out notes, but there's something to cover as well next week. I forgot to mention that.
Keep that in.
But yeah, like, subscribe. The big one is the subscribe still. So please subscribe.
Comment as well.
Yeah. Share your comments. Give us your feedback. Hit us up on the socials. The main thing being Instagram. So it's at Chords and Chorus. Make sure you follow that.
Large up cameraman Slim.
Yeah. Big up Slim every time. And yeah, enjoy yourself, look after yourself, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Peace, bitches.
Peace.